For almost 200 years, sailors on long voyages watched something happen to their bodies that terrified them. Old wounds, scars that had healed cleanly decades earlier, would slowly split back open. Teeth that had been solid for a lifetime worked loose in the gums. Skin came apart at the seams. It looked like a curse. It was not. It was collagen. Their bodies had simply run out of the one ingredient needed to hold themselves together, and without it, the scaffolding that had been keeping them intact for years quietly came undone. That ingredient was vitamin C, and that grim piece of history tells you everything about where collagen actually lives. Not on the surface, inside. Most people spend years trying to fix their skin from the outside. Creams, serums, procedures, and they stay disappointed because they are working on the wrong end of the problem. Collagen does not start at your skin. It starts deep in your connective tissue, inside cells called fibroblasts, doing work no cream can ever reach. What those cells need is not a product. It is raw material and signal, the specific plant compounds that tell them to keep building. Collagen decline begins in your mid-20s, and by 50, a large share of what you once had is gone. You feel it before you see it, in your joints, your recovery time, and the way your skin sits on your face. Today we are counting down 13 remarkable plants that support stronger skin, healthier joints, and more resilient connective tissue from the inside out. Stay for number 4, which contains so much vitamin C that researchers genuinely rechecked their instruments. And number 1 has been used by monks and meditators for thousands of years and is now studied for its effects reaching all the way into the brain. Let's begin. Number 13, kiwi, the everyday fruit quietly beating the orange at its own game. We start with a fruit sitting in almost every grocery store, overshadowed by the citrus right next to it. Most people reach for an orange when they think vitamin C. They walk straight past the small brown fruit that delivers noticeably more of it, gram for gram. That matters more than it sounds, because vitamin C is not a supporting player in collagen production. It is a required ingredient, the enzyme that locks collagen strands into their stable triple helix shape cannot finish its job without it. When vitamin C runs short, the collagen your body assembles comes out weaker, less organized, and quicker to break down. A steady daily supply is the difference between scaffolding that holds and scaffolding that sags. But kiwi brings more than vitamin C. It carries a spread of polyphenols and carotenoids, along with vitamin E concentrated in the seeds, giving you both the builder and the antioxidants that protect what gets built. Eat it whole. The skin is edible, slightly fuzzy but entirely fine once you get used to it, and it carries fiber and additional antioxidants most people throw in the bin. 2 kiwis a day is a genuinely meaningful dose of collagen-supportive vitamin C from whole food. This is not an exotic superfruit with shaky science. It is an ordinary fruit doing an extraordinary job that almost everyone overlooks. Number 12, strawberry. The summer berry that protects collagen while it builds it. Strawberries are so familiar, so associated with dessert, that almost nobody thinks of them as a serious tool for connective tissue. The chemistry says otherwise. A single cup of strawberries delivers more vitamin C than an orange, putting them squarely in the collagen synthesis category alongside the heavy hitters on this list. What sets strawberries apart is a compound called ellagic acid, concentrated in the berry along with a family of deep red anthocyanins. In skin cell research, ellagic acid has been studied specifically for its ability to blunt the enzymes that dismantle collagen after ultraviolet exposure. This is the key distinction that separates a great collagen plant from a merely good one. Strawberries do not only supply the raw material for new collagen, they help defend the collagen you already have from the breakdown machinery that sunlight switches on. The anthocyanins add another layer, mopping up the free radicals generated by sun and pollution before those molecules can trigger the inflammatory cascade that accelerates aging in the first place. For the strongest effect, eat them fresh and ripe, and eat them often during the season rather than occasionally. Frozen strawberries hold their vitamin C and anthocyanin content remarkably well, so they are a legitimate year-round option, not a compromise. Organic is worth seeking out here since strawberries carry a heavier pesticide load than most produce. A handful a day, treated as routine rather than a treat, quietly feeds and defends your collagen at once. Number 11. Black currant. The dark berry carrying 3 tools in one skin. If strawberries are the familiar entry point, black currants are the upgrade most people have never tried. These small, intensely dark berries are one of the richest fruit sources of vitamin C anywhere, carrying several times the amount in an orange. That alone earns a place on this list, but black currants run on 3 separate tracks at once. First, that towering vitamin C content drives collagen synthesis directly. Second, the berries are loaded with anthocyanins, the pigments responsible for their near-black color, which research links to antioxidant protection and improved microcirculation, meaning better delivery of nutrients to the skin and connective tissue through the smallest blood vessels. Third, and most unusual, the seeds contain gamma-linolenic acid, a rare and valuable fatty acid that supports the skin's barrier and its ability to hold moisture from the inside. Very few plants give you the collagen builder, the circulation support, and the structural fatty acid in a single food. Black currants do. Fresh black currants are tart and bold, excellent stewed lightly or blended into a smoothie. The dried berries and an unsweetened black currant powder both preserve the anthocyanin profile well and stir easily into yogurt or warm water. Black currant seed oil, sold as a supplement, is the most concentrated way to get the gamma-linolenic acid specifically. A berry most people have never tasted is one of the most complete on this entire list. Number 10. Schisandra. The 5-flavor berry traditional medicine called a beauty tonic. Schisandra is a climbing vine that produces small red berries with a genuinely strange quality. They are said to carry all 5 basic tastes at once: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and pungent, which is how they earned their Chinese name, the 5-flavor fruit. For centuries, traditional practitioners prized Schisandra not only as a longevity herb, but specifically as a beauty tonic, something taken to keep skin supple and resilient with age. The reason modern research finds this interesting comes down to 2 things. Schisandra is classified as an adaptogen, a plant that helps the body regulate its stress response. This matters enormously for collagen because chronically elevated cortisol, the stress hormone, is one of the most destructive forces against connective tissue. Cortisol actively breaks collagen down as part of the body's fight-or-flight machinery, which is why people under prolonged stress visibly age faster. By helping moderate that stress response over time, Schisandra works on the hormonal environment your fibroblasts are operating in, not just the fibroblasts themselves. The second factor is its lignans, a group of compounds studied for antioxidant activity and for supporting the liver, the organ responsible for clearing the waste that otherwise burdens the whole system. Schisandra is most practical as a dried berry brewed into tea or as a standardized extract, which is the form most of the research has used. The taste is unmistakably medicinal, which traditional users took as a sign it was working. This is a slow, cumulative plant. Take it consistently, not occasionally. Number 9. Hibiscus. The crimson flower researchers nicknamed for its effect on aging skin. Most people know hibiscus, if at all, as a tart ruby red tea. Behind that bright color is a plant with a real reputation in skin science, sometimes called a natural alternative to certain cosmetic treatments because of how its compounds behave around skin structure. Hibiscus flowers are rich in vitamin C and in a dense concentration of anthocyanins and other polyphenols. But the specific reason it appears on a collagen list is its studied activity against 2 enzymes, collagenase and elastase, which break down collagen and elastin respectively, the two proteins most responsible for skin staying firm and springy. In laboratory research, hibiscus extracts have shown the ability to inhibit those enzymes, meaning the plant may help slow the dismantling of the very fibers that keep skin from sagging. The same antioxidants that give hibiscus its color also help neutralize the free radical damage and inflammation that drive collagen loss in the first place. Brewed as a tea from the dried flowers, hibiscus is tart, refreshing, and pleasant cold. One honest note for this audience: hibiscus has a mild blood pressure lowering effect, which is a benefit for many people but worth being aware of if you already take blood pressure medication, in which case mention it to your doctor. Otherwise, a cup or two a day is a simple, enjoyable way to deliver a flower's worth of collagen protective chemistry. Number 8. Cacao. The plant behind chocolate, with real clinical trials on aging skin. This is the one that surprises people because it sounds too good to be true. Raw cacao, the unprocessed bean behind chocolate, is one of the most concentrated sources of flavonols in the entire plant world, and cocoa flavonols are among the few plant compounds with actual human clinical trials behind their effects on skin. In controlled studies, participants consuming flavanol-rich cocoa over a period of weeks showed measurable improvements in skin elasticity and hydration, along with reduced roughness and improved resistance to ultraviolet damage. The proposed mechanism is twofold. The flavonols improve blood flow to the skin, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to the tissue, and they reduce the oxidative and inflammatory load that activates the enzymes responsible for collagen breakdown. The catch is that most chocolate is the wrong delivery vehicle. The bitter flavonols are largely stripped out by conventional processing, and what remains is buried in sugar and fat. To get the benefit, you want raw cacao powder or unsweetened cacao nibs, or very dark chocolate with a high cocoa percentage used in modest daily amounts. A spoonful of raw cacao in a morning smoothie carries the flavonols without the sugar load. A plant most people consider a guilty pleasure turns out, in its raw and unsweetened form, to be one of the better evidenced foods on this list for skin elasticity. If you are finding this useful, take a second to hit like and subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who want the real research behind aging well. Now, on to the back half of the list, where the plants get more remarkable. Number 7. Rooibos. The caffeine-free red bush working quietly on protection. Rooibos comes from a single shrub that grows in only one place on Earth, the mountains of South Africa, brewed there for generations as a daily drink. In the rest of the world, it is treated as little more than a caffeine-free alternative to tea. Its antioxidant profile deserves more credit. Rooibos contains a rare compound called aspalathin, found in virtually no other plant, alongside a broader spread of polyphenols. These have been studied for their antioxidant activity, which is directly relevant to collagen, because a great deal of collagen loss is driven by oxidative stress, the cumulative free radical damage that breaks down structural proteins and triggers the inflammatory signaling that activates collagen-destroying enzymes. By helping calm that environment, Rooibos supports the conditions in which collagen survives and repairs. Because it is naturally caffeine-free, Rooibos has a practical advantage the other antioxidant beverages on this list do not. You can drink it freely throughout the day and right before bed, without disrupting the deep sleep that is itself essential to tissue repair. More antioxidant exposure across the day, no cost to your sleep, which compounds the benefit. The key word, as with every antioxidant plant here, is consistency. A cup now and then does little. Built into a daily routine over months and years, Rooibos quietly improves the internal environment your collagen depends on, while you simply enjoy a warm drink. Number 6. Baobab. The fruit of the tree of life, with vitamin C that lasts. The baobab is one of the most striking trees on Earth, ancient, enormous, and called the tree of life across the African regions where it grows. Its fruit dries naturally on the branch into a hard pod of chalky pulp that most of the world has never encountered. Baobab pulp is exceptionally high in vitamin C, carrying many times the amount found in an orange, which puts it firmly in the collagen synthesis tier. But like the most interesting vitamin C plants, its advantage is not only quantity. Baobab's vitamin C sits inside a dense matrix of polyphenols and fiber, and that surrounding structure appears to help stabilize the notoriously fragile vitamin. So more of it survives to be used by the body rather than degrading on the way. That fiber content carries a second benefit. Much of it is prebiotic, feeding the beneficial gut bacteria increasingly tied to lower inflammation. And since chronic inflammation is one of the main accelerators of collagen breakdown, supporting the gut is an indirect but real way of protecting connective tissue. Baobab is sold almost entirely as a powder, since the fruit dries itself, and the powder keeps well for a long time. A teaspoon or two stirred into water, yogurt, or a smoothie has a pleasant, tangy, slightly citrus flavor. For a fruit harvested from a tree that can live for over 1,000 years, it is fitting that what it offers is the raw material for the body to keep rebuilding itself. Number 5. Bamboo. The richest source of the mineral your connective tissue is built around. When people think about collagen, they think about protein. They rarely think about silica, and that is a serious oversight, because silica is the mineral the body draws on to form and cross-link collagen and to maintain the connective tissue that holds skin, joints, hair, and nails together. Without adequate silica, the body struggles to build strong, well-structured collagen in the first place. And the single richest plant source of silica on the planet is bamboo. Bamboo extract contains a higher concentration of this mineral than any other plant studied, dramatically more than the better-known herbal sources. That is why bamboo silica has quietly become one of the more popular ingredients in supplements aimed at hair, skin, nails, and joint health. The two are complementary. Vitamin C from the other plants drives collagen synthesis, while silica provides the structural mineral that helps that collagen form properly and stay cross-linked and resilient. Research on silicon intake has connected it to bone density and connective tissue health, lining up with bamboo's traditional use across Asia. Bamboo silica is most practical as a standardized extract in capsule form, which is how it is studied and sold, since you are not going to brew structural mineral content out of a stalk at home. Tender bamboo shoots, eaten as a vegetable across Asian cuisines, are a gentle whole food contribution. The plant famous for growing faster than almost anything alive turns out to be built around the exact mineral your own structure needs to keep rebuilding. Number 4. Camu camu. The berry whose vitamin C numbers made researchers check their equipment twice. Here is the plant I promised at the start. When scientists first measured the vitamin C content of camu camu, a small reddish berry from the flooded forests of the Amazon, the figures were so far beyond what a fruit should contain that the obvious first step was to test again. The numbers held. By many measurements, camu camu carries dozens of times the vitamin C of an orange, gram for gram, placing it among the most concentrated natural sources on Earth. For collagen, this is the headline nutrient delivered in flood quantities. The enzyme that stabilizes the collagen triple helix requires vitamin C at every single cycle of production. Most people run on quiet, low-grade insufficiency, never deficient enough to get sick, but never supplied well enough to build collagen at full efficiency either. Camu camu pushes the available vitamin C far past the level most people ever reach through ordinary food. And as with the best of these plants, the vitamin C does not arrive alone. Camu camu is rich in anthocyanins and other antioxidants that protect existing collagen from oxidative damage, while the vitamin C feeds the production of new collagen. Synthesis and protection in a single Amazonian berry. The fresh fruit is intensely, almost shockingly sour and rarely available outside the region. So freeze-dried camu powder is the standard form, and it preserves the profile well. A half teaspoon is plenty, blended into a smoothie or stirred into juice to soften the tartness. If you currently take a synthetic vitamin C tablet, whole food camu gives you the same vitamin alongside the full spectrum of compounds that nature packaged with it. Number 3. Pumpkin seeds. The quiet mineral most collagen conversations forget. Everyone talks about vitamin C for collagen. Almost no one talks about zinc, and that is a problem, because zinc is just as non-negotiable. The enzyme that cross-links collagen fibers into strong, durable structures depends on zinc to function, and zinc is also central to wound healing and skin repair. A shortfall, which is more common than people assume, quietly undermines everything the vitamin C is trying to build. Pumpkin seeds are one of the best whole food sources of zinc available, and they deliver it alongside magnesium, healthy fats, and plant protein, a genuinely useful package for connective tissue. The zinc supports the structural cross-linking of collagen. The magnesium participates in hundreds of enzymatic reactions, including ones tied to tissue maintenance. And the fats and protein round out the raw materials the body uses for repair. This is the kind of plant that removes a hidden bottleneck rather than producing a dramatic single effect. You can flood your system with vitamin C, but if zinc is low, the collagen still cannot be properly assembled and locked into place. They are also one of the easiest additions on this list. A small handful of raw or lightly toasted pumpkin seeds as a daily snack, scattered over a salad, or blended into a smoothie is enough to meaningfully support your zinc intake. They keep well, they travel well, and they require no preparation. A humble seed most people treat as an afterthought turns out to supply a mineral your collagen literally cannot be built without. Number 2. Avocado. The fruit your skin treats as building material. Avocado has a reputation as a healthy fat, which is true but badly undersells what it does for connective tissue. In a controlled clinical trial, women who ate avocado daily showed measurable improvements in skin firmness and elasticity over the study period, a real result on real people, not a laboratory abstraction. The reasons sit right in the fruit's composition. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fats, principally oleic acid, which the skin uses to maintain the integrity of its cell membranes and its moisture barrier. It carries vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that protects cell membranes and collagen from oxidative damage, and it delivers lutein and other carotenoids that accumulate in skin tissue and contribute a protective effect against the ultraviolet damage that triggers collagen breakdown. On top of that, the healthy fats improve absorption of the fat-soluble nutrients in everything you eat alongside it, so an avocado makes the rest of your meal work harder. Like the plant at the very top of this list, it does not just protect the structure. It hands the body materials the skin builds into its own architecture. Practically, this could not be simpler. Half an avocado a day, on toast, in a salad, blended into a smoothie where it adds richness and almost no flavor, is a realistic daily habit rather than a chore. Buy them firm and let them ripen on the counter. A fruit most people enjoy purely for taste happens to be one of the best evidenced foods here for firmer, more elastic skin. Number 1. Gotu kola. The herb monks have used for thousands of years to keep the body young, and here at the top is the plant I promised would close this list. Gotu kola is a small, creeping herb with rounded leaves that grows in the wetlands of Asia, and it occupies a place in traditional medicine that almost no other plant can match. Across Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese systems, it has been revered for millennia, used by monks and meditators to support concentration and calm, and famous in a saying that promised those who ate a couple of its leaves a day would hold off old age. This is the plant that fulfills the promise from the start of this video, used in sacred and contemplative practice for thousands of years, and now studied for effects that reach into the brain itself. But its place at number 1 comes from what it does for connective tissue specifically, and here the science is genuinely strong. Gotu kola is rich in a group of compounds called triterpenes, including asiaticoside and madecassoside, and these have been studied directly for their ability to stimulate fibroblasts to produce more collagen. This is the rare plant that does not just supply raw material or protect existing fibers. It appears to signal the collagen-building cells themselves to get back to work, restoring a prompt that age has been quietly dimming. That is why Gotu kola is the source of the Sika creams that have become so popular in skincare, and why clinical research has examined it for wound healing, for the appearance of scars and stretch marks, for skin firmness, and for strengthening the walls of veins in people with poor circulation. Tissue repair, structural support, and the calm, focused mental state its traditional users always sought in one unassuming plant. It is most practical as a tea from the dried herb or as a standardized extract taken in reasonable amounts and consistently rather than in large doses. The little leaf that sages ate to stay young turns out to speak directly to the cells that keep us that way. These 13 plants are not doing one thing. Look at them together and a clear logic emerges. Some supply the vitamin C and minerals that build collagen. Some protect the collagen you already have from the enzymes and free radicals that tear it down. Some calm the stress chemistry and inflammation that accelerate the loss. And a few hand the body materials and signals it recognizes and uses directly. Synthesis, protection, defense, and renewal covered from every angle. None of this requires overhauling everything you eat. It requires awareness and consistency. A kiwi in the morning, a daily handful of pumpkin seeds, a cup of rooibos in the evening, a little camu camu or gotu kola built quietly into the routine and left there. These are small decisions, and over years, small decisions compound into something that shows in your skin, your joints, and how your body holds itself together. Tell me in the comments which one you are going to start with, and if anyone in your family has used one of these for years, I would love to hear about it. And if you want me to put the research behind these plants together in one place, just comment the word sources, and I will know to make it. If this changed how you think about what ends up on your plate, hit the like button and subscribe. We cover the real science behind aging well every single week, and there is a lot more coming.